Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, this trip started with one simple plan. Let's just go to Mussoorie for 3 days and chill. But the moment we entered the hills, this trip turned into one of those experiences that you randomly remember months later because of the weather, the vibe, and the little moments in between. We started our journey from Dehradun, which is known as the capital city of Uttarakhand and also the gateway to Mussoorie. And honestly, the route from Dehradun to Mussoorie is something everyone should experience at least once. As we started going uphill, everything slowly changed. The air became colder, there was fog everywhere, mountains on the one side, deep valleys on the other, and those sharp hill turns that make you both excited and scared at the same time. And one thing about mountain roads, no matter how many videos you watch online, seeing them in real life feels completely different. So, our first stop was Robert's Cave, also known as Guchupani. And if you have never heard of this place before, it's basically a natural river cave where cold water flows between huge rocks and narrow cave walls. The interesting thing is that during British times, robbers were believed to hide there, which is why it got the name Robbers Cave. The moment we entered, water was freezing, and when I say freezing, it actually was freezing. The deeper you go inside, the more adventurous it feels because the cave becomes narrower and darker. At one point, it genuinely felt like we were exploring some hidden movie locations. Also, fun fact, the cave is around 600 meters long and the water suddenly disappears underground at one point and reappears again, and honestly makes the place even cooler. And if you ever visit, just remember one thing: wear slippers or footwear. You don't mind getting wet because your shoes are not surviving there. So, yeah, this was the time we spent there in Robert's Cave, and honestly, it was one of the most cool experience. We honestly enjoyed there a lot. There were so many things, and if you notice from really close, you can see the water flowing there, like from the rocks. There was water coming out, right? And we noticed one thing there. There was a cute little frog. After spending so much time there, we got back on the road towards Mussoorie, and honestly, the drive just kept getting prettier and better. The roads were surrounded by mountains, clouds, cold wind everywhere, and every few minutes we wanted to stop the car just to enjoy the view. And then we stopped at one of the most famous temples on the Mussoorie Road, Prakasheshwar Mahadev Temple. Now, this temple is really special because unlike most temples, they do not accept donations here. No money, no VIP system, nothing. People visit purely for peace and devotion. And the best part, they serve free prasad and tea to everyone. With so much warmth that the whole place feels incredibly positive and peaceful. After all the traveling and chaos, stopping there genuinely felt calming. The temple is surrounded by greenery and mountains, so the vibe itself feels different from city temples. Everything there just feels quieter and lighter somehow. And after that, we finally headed towards our hotel in Barloganj, which is located below Mussoorie and get away from the crowded tourist areas. Honestly, I think staying there made the trip even better because it was so peaceful. No traffic, no loud crowd, just mountains, fog, cold air, and the sound of the rain. And after exploring caves, temples, and mountain roads, finally reached our hotel in Barloganj. And honestly, the moment we entered, it felt luxurious. The entrance itself looked really aesthetic with beautiful paintings and a proper dining area that instantly gave cozy mountain hotel vibes. And then we got our room number 202. Now, not even exaggerating when I say this room looked beautiful. The first thing we noticed was how spacious and cozy everything felt. There was a huge, comfy bed in the center, warm lighting everywhere, elegant chandeliers, a TV setup, aesthetic mirrors, and even a proper area that immediately gave getting ready for aesthetic mountain pictures energy. Even the lamps and the little interior details made the room feel super classy and cozy at the same time. Then came the best part, the balcony. The balcony was insane. It wasn't just a normal balcony, there was a sofa setup, a swing, and a jacuzzi overlooking the mountains. Like imagine sitting there with cold mountain air hitting your face while clouds slowly move across the hills. And that moment around 5:30 in the evening, the weather looked absolutely perfect. The sky was getting softer, the mountains were slowly getting covered in the fog, cold wind everywhere. It genuinely felt like one of those Pinterest luxury stay videos because the next morning when we woke up and looked outside again, everything had completely changed. And meanwhile, Arush was also enjoying everything around us, running around, being cute in the clips, and honestly making the whole vlog feel even more wholesome. And then came the night time. Now, this is where the vibe completely changed. As night started getting darker, suddenly heavy rain began pouring outside. Thunderstorms started, lightning flashed across the mountains. Clouds moved so fast outside the balcony that it honestly looked cinematic and slightly scary at the same time. And from our balcony, the entire view looked unreal. The swing was moving slightly because of the wind. Rain sounds were echoing through the hills. Cold air everywhere, and every minute felt the sky lit up because of lightning. Meanwhile, Arush was there enjoying the weather while all of us were just standing near the balcony watching the storm, like it was a live movie scene. And I swear that exact moment became one of my favorite memories from this entire trip because sometimes the best part of traveling is not even the tourist places. Sometimes it's just a cozy room, mountain weather, people you love around you, and a thunderstorm happening outside the balcony in Mussoorie. The next morning in Mussoorie honestly felt unreal. The weather was cold, clouds were floating around the mountains, and the entire balcony view looked so dreamy. And the funniest part was the swing in our balcony. Arush and Vamika got so attached to it that they literally didn't want to leave, especially Vamika. Every time I tried picking her up in my arms, she just wanted to go back to the swing again. She was fully enjoying the mountain weather, cold breeze, and that cozy balcony vibe. Like it was her playground. And honestly, watching them enjoy these tiny moments made the whole trip feel even more wholesome. Meanwhile, Arish was also enjoying and having the time of his life, running around, enjoying the balcony, playing everywhere, and making every clip feel so alive. And after playing for a while, Arush decided it was finally jacuzzi time. Now imagine this cold Mussoorie weather, cloudy mountains right in front of us, and Arush casually enjoying a warm jacuzzi bath like he booked the whole resort himself. And honestly, those moments looked so aesthetic on camera. The stream from the water, the mountain view behind him, the cloudy weather. Everything looked so cinematic without even trying. And while all of this was happening, the weather kept changing. One second the mountains were visible, and the next second, thick clouds completely covered them. That's honestly the one thing I loved most about Mussoorie. The view never stays the same. And after relaxing for a long time, enjoying those balcony view, the weather, all those peaceful little moments, it was finally time to leave the hotel. And I don't know why, but leaving mountain places always feels weirdly emotional. especially when you have spent so many days waking up to clouds, cold air, silence, and mountain views. As we started driving down the hills, I kept looking outside the window because the roads, the fog, the trees, and the mountains somehow looked even prettier while living. Maybe because you already know the trip is ending, and honestly, this Mussoorie trip was never about a tourist place. It became about freezing water in Robert's Cave, peaceful temple vibes, late night thunderstorms, cozy hotel moments, kids laughing on the swing, jacuzzi scenes with mountain views, and those peaceful little moments that stay in your mind for a really long time. So, yeah, Mussoorie didn't just give us a good view, it gave us moments that genuinely felt like memories while living them, actually. And yeah, that was our little escape to Mussoorie. Thank you so much for watching this vlog and spending these 3 days in Mussoorie with us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because there are many more memories, vlogs, and chaotic little adventures coming soon.